break a leg.
Thanks.
Attention students, the drama club...
Be quick, act cool. How do I act cool?
No, just come on, he's no good.
It's great anyway.
Yeah, right.
It was really good.
Hi.
Hi.
Listen, we're going to the game. Want to come with us?
Sure.
You're late.
Sorry. I had to talk to Mr. Walsh about a drama assignment.
I hate it when you're late. No one does this to me.
Scott, please, let me go.
You deserve it.
I'm sorry. I won't do it again. I promise. Scott, you're hurting me.
This is Jason Edwards Wayne Dickens, also known as Byrd Dickens, former actor turned child abuser that was arrested in 2016 for possession of CSAM, production of CSAM, as well as indecent acts with animals. Prior to his arrest, he was known for playing the role of Scott Smith in the 80s TV show Degrassi High. Although he worked in the camera and electrical department for some movies, Dickens disappeared from the public spotlight after Degrassi High. No acting credits, no interviews, no notable social media presence. For years, you wouldn't be wrong to assume that he simply moved on to a more quiet life and left the entertainment industry altogether. But unfortunately for him, in 2016, news broke. Jason Dickens had been arrested on multiple charges of child sexual abuse, including production and possession of child sexual abuse material. Prosecutors revealed that Dickens had not only downloaded explicit material, but had filmed some himself. According to court documents, the evidence was very explicit. It is said that he possessed over 25,000 images and over 100 videos, including animated and non-animated depictions of children of all ages, including infants, engaged in all forms of explicit sexual assault. But now, Byrd is known for being a notorious CSAM producer that operated in the Toronto area prior to his arrest. In 2018, he pleaded guilty and was sentenced to only 7.5 years in prison. But unfortunately, he only served just under 4 years before being released in 2020 on parole. Again, it always baffles me how these people get such short sentences. You'd expect a guy who produces this kind of material and abuses children to get at least maybe 30 years or something, but 9? No, 7? And he only served 4? Yeah. Returning to the video. When asked by prosecutors to designate Byrd as a high-risk offender, the judge refused, claiming that he is not at high risk to reoffend and that he had fully cooperated with counseling services and the courts. He would go on to get into more legal trouble relating to assaults that he had committed in the early 2000s. But it would be careless of me to not mention that Byrd didn't act alone. His wife had also functioned as some sort of accomplice with him. While she isn't quite a Ghislaine Maxwell to his Jeffrey Epstein, she's still as disgusting as he is. They were both frequent enjoyers of BDSM fetish play and would use sites made for other bondage enthusiasts to scout out for like-minded abusers that they could connect with. After their arrest, investigators had seized both of their devices and discovered that Byrd had found 2 female acquaintances that would also end up getting arrested for the same crime as the Toronto couple. As for the bestiality stuff, we don't have much information on that end, but at least we do know that there isn't anything indicate that the children were made to be involved with the animals, but that doesn't exactly make this situation all that better. Because of the scope of his actions and his method of operations, there's a pretty solid chance that the other people who Byrd and his wife had gotten into contact with are just roaming about in public. But the important question right now is, where is Dickens? To be honest, I have no clue. I don't know where he is. There isn't much to go off on and he kind of just slipped into obscurity. He wasn't designated as a high-risk offender, so the public doesn't really have many options on how to keep tabs on this guy. Since his release, Dickens has remained out of the public eye. There are no interviews, statements of remorse, or visible attempts to re-enter public life. But we do know that he is free, and we do know that he is roaming about somewhere in Canada, or maybe he went to the US. I guess we'll never know. But one thing that we do know is that Dickens was definitely operating with other people. He did use social media websites to get around and talk to others and find people that share the same values with him that he could, trade his explicit material with. But that's how these whales who trade CSAM kind of operate. They find people, they get trusted acquaintances that they send with, that they barter with. It's very unfortunate and disheartening that this guy just gets to go out free. But who knows, maybe the counseling services did do him some good, but I severely doubt that this will be the last time we ever hear of him. Very sad to see an actor who had some promise go on to become just an absolute monster. But then again, you have to question, why did some companies hire him after all this happened? Because I'm sure he's probably still working in the entertainment industry. I don't see him just disappearing because people need to make a living for themselves. So maybe he might have gotten a name change. We just won't know because there's no information on this. But if you do see him, there are appropriate channels you can report to if you do suspect he's committing another crime, or hell, if you just want to keep tabs on him because maybe he's violated his parole order. But regardless of all that, I think it's time to end the video. You can subscribe or not. You can go into the comments and complain about something I got wrong, or if the video is bad. I don't. Yeah. So yeah.